Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about something that I feel very passionate about, and that is, what do you do when you have behavior issues at school? And how do you go across trying to get help for your child, and especially when you don't have an IEP? That happens a lot. I know that there's a lot of kids out there who struggle with behavior issues, and they may not necessarily have a diagnosis yet and don't have an IEP in place. And so that's really the only legal binding document that could protect your child in such a case. So what do you do when you don't have that? And that is a really, it's a hard question to answer. Depends where you live. But I feel like, I have done this, tried so hard to have good rapport with all teachers. Sometimes the chemistry is just not there. Sometimes the teachers, they're going through their own thing, or maybe they're burnt out, or maybe it's the end of the school year and they've run out of all the patience that they can muster. I don't know, but there is going to come a time when you're going to have to deal with a teacher that may not necessarily have the best interest in mind for your child. And so that's when you become the advocate. That is when you have to basically make the first move. You have to initiate a parent-teacher meeting and just lay it all out. It helps if you take a buddy along. I have done that, and I have been there for others. Sometimes there's strength in numbers. If you have a spouse, definitely take them along. It helps to have both parents there. And in the spirit of, let's do what's best for our kid, for this kid, not in the spirit of, well, what are you going to do for my kid? Bring a plate of cookies, bake some bread, whatever it is that you feel you can do to kind of lighten the mood. Because as a teacher, I promise you, whenever a parent wanted to meet with me, I didn't know what I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be, they're going to bite my head off, or if they were going to be kind, or if they're going to be, of the old school mindset, well, my child, better behave in your class. And if they don't, you let me know. I've had some of those. It's awesome. I had one mother that said, you better text me if my child misbehaves. This was during COVID, and we had Zoom meetings, and her child would not show up. And so she says, next time he doesn't show up, just text me and I'll make sure he's there. It was awesome. But anyway, you have some parents that are like that. And then you have some that are just in denial, where it doesn't matter what their child does, they're an angel and it's all your fault. And so, or the school's fault, I should say. But you know your child. And so if there is something going on, you need to work it out with the teacher. You need to make some kind of accommodation, some kind of plan in place, a behavioral plan. So you can have that without an IEP, especially in the upper level classes, when you're in the upper grades, like high school and stuff. You can have a behavior plan in place. And there's a lot of things that kids can have, like anxiety and all kinds of different things like that now. So they have these forms that are already made up. And so a lot of times if you push for it, you'll get it. You'll have to have a psychometrist come, and the psychometrist will definitely evaluate the situation and maybe meet with your child, and they'll ask for testing and that kind of thing. And so, but definitely do something. Don't just think it's going to go away, because it doesn't. No matter how much you want it to, it's not going to go away. And unfortunately, as the kids age, it gets worse. The teachers' expectations, the bars are raised really high for these kids. And so it's really hard. It's really hard on those poor kids and the parents, because I've been there, done that. And so, yeah, those are just a little bit of advice, a little bit of words of wisdom from my experience. And everyone's experience is different. And so I can just offer to you what I know and what I've lived and learned. As always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.